Here's the announcement, guys. Tonight's maintenance will take 72 hours, and you will receive a compensation gift for how long the servers are down for. Here's the announcement. You guys are doing it already! Oh my god! You guys had no idea! Surely nobody spoiled it ahead of time. You guys had no idea. But for those of you that didn't know, it's Hyper Awakening and Hyper Skills tomorrow. There it is. No way. Wait, what? No way. That's crazy, guys. It's not like you had any idea at all. I have no idea what those are. So the way that it worked before is that we were supposed to wait months to get those because they came out after all the stuff. I'm not gonna lie, by the way. Hold on. I'm just gonna critique now. Henry, what the hell is this, man? You don't even show the sharpshooter explosion. You just showed this part. Where's the explosion, man? And then where's the striker one too? There's not even the explosion. You just show the arrow rain part. It's not even fulfilled. It's not even the whole thing. Like, where's the like, that's the whole point is the anyway though, guys, it's big news, so that's really huge. It'll make a lot of the content you're doing in the game way easier, which is a good thing, I think, for some people. But also you have access to it at 1620 because you go to 1640 and you're all gonna have access to it. So you'll have it after you do the Ignite servers, and it'll be a nice little prize. Oh hell no. The Henry patch notes video is 1 hour long. What is a movie, guys? Okay, all right, well, let's do the movie.
Welcome to the Eye on Occasion Patch Notes Special. That's right, it's a 2-for-1 as we go over what you'd usually find
Jesus, what is this room? Is this actually outside?
in both videos in this hypercharged moment as we usher Tier 4 into Lost Ark. The Arcasia Ignited update is the biggest endgame update in the history of Lost Ark, so we wanted to come together to share a look at what's on the horizon for the game with tomorrow's update and in the coming month of October. You might notice we're not in our usual—
Guys, I think I'm so old, I threw my knee out in the middle of that raid. I have no idea how that happened, but it is in pain. I don't know if I jerked it in a weird direction, but holy shit.
Location, but this isn't a usual episode. It's special, so we've mixed it up. This video is going to be a lot longer than our regular videos, and it's going to provide some extra details about events going on outside of the game and what you can expect with our second update coming later this month. Henry and I have also invited Matt to come along for the ride and join us as we introduce players to what they have to look forward to with all of our massive updates. So with that, let's get started.
Hello, Heroes of Arcasia. We've got a lot to cover today, as Rox mentioned, and this isn't going to be a multi-hour video. So we're going to cover some highlights and things we know that you care about, but are going to be pointing you to the written—
Oh yes, it is, Henry. My pausing is going to make this a multi-hour video. It's going to be a movie. It already is 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Release notes for some of the nitty-gritty or very nuanced changes. The full doc rang in around 17,000 words, which is over 50 pages of text in a document. So we're going to try and strike a balance here, but as always, let us know what you think in the comments. We care about your feedback. I even wore a flowery shirt today because of a comment left by John Powell on the last patch notes video, so we do care. All right, let's launch into it. The Arcasia Ignited update releases on October 9th, tomorrow, if you're watching right when this video comes out, and it heralds in the—
Do you know Henry's a fat weeb? I was like talking to him before, we were hanging out, and he was just talking about how him and his girlfriend love anime. And him and his lady love anime. They love anime. Guys, not like that. Oh my fucking god. Okay, first of all, you guys are saying that, but he also dressed up as Fat Thor for Halloween, so you can ask him yourself. Okay, he's like, he was fat. He also dressed up as Fat Thor for Halloween. But on top of that, yeah, he's a giant weeb.
The beginning of a new age for new and veteran players alike. The time for the Allied forces—
I think it's his wife, dude. I'm pretty sure he's married. We actually met. I think it's his wife, yeah. She's super nice, by the way. She's super nice. And I guess she got him into anime. He knows way more about anime than me, dude. His favorite anime is this one that was like, I guess it replaced the top most rated anime. It's like a story one. What's it called, guys? Anyone know? Where it's like, yeah,
Frenrin?
Whatever it is, I've never seen it. Saint said I wouldn't like it. It's too much like, yeah, it's his favorite one.
To gather in North Kurzan and unite in battle against Khazaros's demonic legions has arrived. The battle in North Kurzan is going to serve as the entry point into Tier 4, which is Lost Ark's endgame evolution, introducing a ton of new systems and endgame power-ups for players to kind of bulk up and get ready for battle before facing some of the many challenges arriving with new raids and new activities. The vast array of new gear, systems, and new abilities aren't the only thing that's going to help you power up as you face Khazaros forces. Reinforcements are going to be critical to overcome the demonic hordes and to bolster the rank of players ready to
1.5
enter
x
Tier
speed.
4
I
with a
don't
special
know.
progression event arriving in the form of Ignite servers. Those special servers are going to quickly level players up to 1620 and give them a few tools to help enter the fray.
Kind of want to hear you
We're going to
say.
cover all that and more in detail, but before we dive in, if you didn't see the live stream, we also have a really special new inclusion in the update, which is a bit of a roadmap shift, and one of the reasons we wanted Matt to come in for this video. Matt, you want to share what we cooked up to make this update extra special?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're really excited to announce that Hyper Awakening and Hyper Awakening skills are going to be released tomorrow alongside the Tier 4 update. We had originally planned to release this content in November, but we heard a lot of feedback from you that you wanted it sooner. So that's what we did. With Hyper Awakening, you're going to see a massive spike in power that's going to allow you to clear.
Yo, can we say just F that article that came out and just ruined the surprise for like 60% of people? Like, how do you fuck that up? How does that even happen? How does the article come out literally like it's crazy? Like, how does that even happen?
Your content
Benji leaked it. I mean, to be fair, Benji didn't really know.
faster,
Yeah.
especially some of the old Tier 3 content. And you're going to be able to do Behemoth Raid much easier than before. So we're really hyped that we're going to be able to share this with you, that you guys are going to be able to get to play it, and that it's going to pair nicely with things like the Ark Passive.
Yeah, I think that this is super cool because it means that all of the tabs of the Ark Passive are going to be available right away. Players start earning points. They're going to be able to figure out that whole system and how it fits together. So I think it's super cool. Also, the animations are sick. I'm so pumped for just those skills. Both the Hyper Awakenings themselves and also just having a new skill slot with the Hyper Awakening skill that comes along with it. I'm really pumped for just being able to like cruise through some raids and then also just have more tools.
Yeah, it definitely will help. You guys are just you all will randomly just have a like multi-billion damage nuke just literally sitting there. You know what I mean?
When it comes to Tier 4.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I think even when we did our last roadmap video, a lot of players were so excited for Hyper Awakening just as a part of Tier 4, even when they knew it was going to come a little bit later.
I don't really know
Now
how
that
it
it's coming
works,
at
the
the same
Paladin
time,
one.
I'm just super, super excited about that. And I feel like it's going to feel even bigger and better to enter Tier 4 and immediately kind of get access to that new power, both just, you know, in-game with watching the numbers go burr and have that awesome new animation and these epic moments.
100%. Especially as like Tier 4 to like fully get all your points and unlock all the systems. We'll dive into that more in a little bit, but it takes some time to unlock all of that. But you'll have this just right away as soon as the update drops. I mean, you have to do a quest first, but once you do a quick quest,
couple quests.
yeah, you're ready to like just like unleash a ton more like damage. It should be fun.
I mean, debatable. I'm sure you guys have seen tier lists on it, but I still think the Destroyer has the best Hyper Awakening.
Destroyers is pretty
okay.
cool.
It actually is true. I think Destroyers is the best. It's one of the best. I think Strikers is the best, but Destroyers is also really good.
Pulls his hammer towards him and charges up and
Yeah.
explodes.
Sorceress
It's pretty
Meteor,
sick.
though.
Yeah, the Meteor's
Sort of.
cool. The Artillerist one, you have like the huge battle robot that like drops
Yeah.
into the battlefield. I mean, they're all really cool.
Yeah,
Paladin,
that's
Paladin sword coming from the sky.
Yeah, love it.
So yeah, I know that this was like a big collaboration, Matt. How did that like come about?
Yes, I mean, Hyper Awakening and the Ark Passives are going to be very core elements of Tier 4, as we know. So both Amazon Games and Smilegate worked very closely to make sure that we could get this in time, pull it forward. A lot of work went into this, so we're very excited for you to be able to
That's
experience
cool.
it tomorrow.
Like I said, when we get to the patch notes part, we'll get a little bit more into the details, but we wanted to just share with you what our thinking was, why we brought it over, and just talk about it.
What up,
that it's gonna be in the
Sharabo?
update.
Yeah, get excited. It's not something we announced earlier either.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. All right, up next, let's talk about Ignite servers. This is going to be that whole component we talked about of bringing some fresh reinforcements in to join the fight against Khazaros, and we want to make sure that that is like a very, almost a boot camp-like experience where you're able to come in, fight a bunch of raids, learn the basics of Lost Ark, and then be able to join your friends or other players in the end game of Lost Ark, which is,
Guys, the server is not going to be delayed, okay? The maintenance is going to end at the right time. You're all going to be able to play at the right time. It's not going to get delayed. Yo, do you guys know that Diablo's launch got delayed? Okay, I'm not even kidding, right? And then I saw this picture on Discord. I don't know if you guys heard about this. Vessel of Hatred, or Vessel of Hatred, and it's a fucking hourglass. I was watching people wait for hours for this shit to come out, and then someone made this picture called Vessel of Hatred with an hourglass. I thought it was pretty cute.
You know, a really exciting time with all these new systems, hyper awakenings, all that stuff that's coming into the game. So this is built to be a very express experience, to get you through that fight as soon as possible, while still balancing needing to learn some of these systems.
Graphics, thanks for the
Whether you're
sub.
a returning player who might need to brush up on some of the things that have changed in the game, or a new player and
Thank
need
you,
to
bro.
learn just how Lost Ark functions in general. We took a lot of learnings from Jumpstart servers that ran about a year ago to build these servers and find out ways of optimizing them and creating
They were so
the
bad.
best experience. Matt, do you want to tell us about like some of the learnings
Jumpstart
that we
servers
had
are
and
so
how
bad.
Ignite servers differ from Jumpstart servers?
Where's Andy?
Yeah, I mean, one of them was length of time, right? So Jumpstart servers, they spanned a couple months, whereas the Ignite servers, you're gonna have 7 weeks. And then ideally, you're gonna
Not
be able
yet,
to get
Savage.
through, if you do all the events and all the content, you're gonna get through it in 2 weeks time. So at 2 weeks time, you should have a 1620 character. You know, you're gonna have going through all the content. A big component that we learned from Jumpstart, right, is we wanted to be able to give players the ability to complete the content without spending too much time. So we're giving everything that you need to hit 1620. So another big component between Jumpstart and Ignite servers is the store. So we're only going to be offering a very few set of cosmetic items, pets, mounts, some skins. We're not going to have the full store like you would see in legacy servers. So I think it's going to be a really awesome feeling. You're not going to have to worry about, you know, spending money to get through this content. You're going to be able to get through it in a nice fun time with your friends.
Where's Matsabase, bro? Somebody find Matsabase. Let's find a way for Matsabase to complain about this too. Where the fuck is Matsabase, guys? He's got to be somewhere out here, right? You know what I mean? He has to be.
Yeah, I think it's huge because one of the things about Jumpstart servers was they were kind of focused on creating a new space for newer players to come in together and play together. And while that worked for a little bit, the Ignite servers are really more about getting you in, getting you ready to go to the end game, and getting you up to speed with all the players that are already in the game. So we're getting you in and getting you over to join everyone else.
I'm
which is
kind of
really
annoyed I
cool.
can't pay to win. There's
I feel
no
like
way.
Our community of vets,
What's up,
you know,
Warloff?
is very broad, but there's nothing like having some new players to join in with your raids.
Yeah, absolutely, Rox. I think to support players in that journey, one of the things that we've done is provide a new UI experience. There's an event shop and progression events exclusive to Ignite servers that, as Matt was saying, are built to like graduate you from those servers very quickly. There's enormous honing boosts, like almost no gold needed for honing, that sort of stuff. So it still teaches you these systems of how to hone your gear.
EU screwed as always because people were crying last week. They wanted 20-hour mains. They reduced it to 9, so people stopped crying. Now I think, yeah, it's probably a bummer that it's releasing at that time for EU. Like, what am I supposed to say? That does suck. But it is what it is, man. I don't know. It is what it is. It does suck. It is what it is. Just play the day after. What else can I say other than I'm sorry?
How to upgrade it, how to increase your power level throughout the course of a few weeks, but you won't need to spend money or do any of that. We want to get you to the end game of what Lost Ark really is, and then if you want to keep progressing or buy, you know, different skins, we have some Halloween ones coming later this month, for instance. Little sneak preview.
Yo, where's the Halloween skins, bucko? Wait, they have to be new ones, right? Or are we getting the Vicus ones?
Then you'll be able to make those decisions once you really get a taste of what Lost Ark is. So really excited for how this looks for either new returning players, or since we're about to talk about the transfer experience, even existing players who want to check it out. I think that that's something really cool that we've added. Matt, you want to just tell people what the transfer experience is going to look like?
Yeah, so at a high level, you're going to be able to character transfer to a legacy world.
That AI?
And this is going to be different from what we did with Jumpstart, where we ended up merging your characters into, you know, a world. You're going to be able to legit transfer one character of your choice. So you'll be able to create 6 total in the Ignite servers, but only pick one. So we're going to give you plenty of time to, you know, pick your play style, figure out exactly what you like. And then when you're ready, within the 7-week period, you'll be able to pick that one character, move it over. There's going to be the opportunity to character transfer or roster transfer. If you're a new or returning player and your legacy roster, maybe, you know, it's not so great compared to your Ignite Ignite roster, you can roster transfer that over and it'll overwrite your existing roster. So it kind of gives you a nice little boost to your overall roster. If you're an active player and let's say you already have a well-established roster, you may not want to do that, right? So we're allowing you to do what's called character transfer. So you can only transfer that character into your existing roster, which is really cool because
What if somebody accidentally overwrites their roster because they're a baboon? That's got to happen to at least one player. I swear on my life, that's going to happen to at least one person. That has to happen. Where they're going to be like, oh, I can do the whole roster? And then it's going to... Yeah.
because you don't have to go and delete your existing characters or delete your existing roster. You're just going to be able to add one more character to it. So it's another very enticing thing for the active player base.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like having kind of a living Power Pass or like Express event. Go make that character on that server and then bring them all over to meet the family on your existing server.
I mean, there's so many like end game changes.
I think, sorry, I'm pausing to answer questions because this is important. If your roster's full, one of your characters is going to go into a vault until you unlock a 7th slot, right? So if you have 6, it's going to be like before where one of them go into a vault and you rotate them out until you decide you want to get a 7th character. So, or you can vault away the character that you don't like. Let's say you like don't want to buy a slot, but you're like, I hate this character and I only have 6 for whatever reason. You can put one of them in the storage vault. Yeah.
For existing players with hyper awakenings and, you know, balance changes, that this is kind of an opportunity for someone to add a character they've been eyeing to their roster. And while they're in those servers, maybe help some newer returning players through a few raids just as part of the package. And to be clear, the transfer window is going to open on October 23rd, and everyone will be able to transfer one.
Is that 2 weeks?
That'll be kind of your graduation to the end game.
What is
whether
that?
You're a new, returning, or hardcore player.
And speaking of graduation, there's certain milestones
So before
that
the
if
thing?
you happen to transfer, let's say at 1610, you're going to get a subset of rewards. If you transfer at 1620, which ideally you hit 1620 through, you know, the Ignite server event, then you're going to get the maximum amount of rewards when you transfer, and we're calling that the server transfer package.
Yeah, and those rewards are pretty crazy juiced. You're not going to be able to transfer any gold or silver from that you've earned on the Ignite server. Instead, you're just going to get a big bonus package like Matt was talking about. You're going to have silver, gold, tier 4 gems, tier 4.
The play 100%, I mean, it is juiced. Have you seen the rewards? You're saying juiced. It's literally disgusting. Look at what you get. What do you mean? It's the most ridiculous reward. Look at this. You get 200,000 bound gold, 50 million silver, weapon crystals, armor crystals, elixir support, engraving chests. You get a relic engraving, which is like, this is 200,000 gold probably at launch at least. Ability stones, Lamau, level tier 4 gems, which these are level 9 gems. Honing materials, destiny shard pouches, card packs, card packs, card packs, card packs, other mats. You literally get 30 million experience past level 60, which is insane. Agra scales, dark fires, behemoth scales, transcendence tickets. You get a gamba and you get a full Canute Fortress gear, which is like also ridiculous. Did I say 300 mil, 30 mil? Anyway, so yeah, the play is while you're on that server is to dump as much as you can into your character before you go over. That is 100% the play because you're getting this when you leave. So the play is if you want to play this character, if you're just doing it for the reward, that's fine. But if you're trying to like keep that character, the play is to dump literally as much resources as you can while you're on there before you leave. That's the play 100% to get the most value. Just dump everything that you have over there. I don't think the rewards are going to be character bound because gifts are usually not like that. They usually come in a chest and like a little box, and then you open them, and then I'm assuming all of this stuff will be roster bound. That's my assumption. I don't know for certain. There's no way to prevent players from being gatekept, but they should ban players who sell runs and promote on live stream. I mean, guys, everything is literally soloable except Theamine. You don't even have to do Theamine. If you're buying a bus on Ignite servers, you're actually a moron. I'm just being honest. It sounds dumb, but like you literally can solo the entire game. What are you going to buy a bus on? Theamine normal? You don't even have to do it. You can solo all of it. If you want to buy a bus, go for it. And then what are those people going to do with the gold? They don't keep it. No one's, there's probably like some weirdo person that's not going to be a thing. Like if they kept the gold, if they made it so you keep the gold, then you would see people buying buses. But most of the gold you're going to be earning is bound. You can't even use the auction house. What are they going to do with the gold over there? You have to understand how it works. You can't use the auction house. There is no cash shop. Everything's going to be bound. Most people are going to be doing solo stuff. If you want to do a group for Thamon, you probably will try to do that. And then you're just going to juice as your character as much as you can and then leave. You can't even transfer the gold. Listen, guys, Seldom is the ultimate buster in our chat. So if he's not busting, I mean, you know, it doesn't make any sense. What you can't, you're right. You can't even buy gems for buses. Well, if we're on the same server, you could trade, unless you can't trade. Well, what's the point of using the auction house, right? If you can't, if we're all on the same server, gold is bound. Yeah, but not if you do it in a group, unless all of the gold is bound. That I don't actually know. You can't trade on the server. You can or cannot. All bound. Oh, okay. Then there's no busing. It's literally dead. It's going to be fun, guys. It's literally an opportunity, and everyone's going to be the same power level, the same everything. You're all going to be the same, which probably does mean you're going to have some imposters, but you can do everything solo. So it's up to you. Like if you want to do the raid solo, go for it. I would recommend trying to do Thamon before you leave, because that'd be fun, but yeah.
Or honing materials. I think there's even like a...
Honestly, dude, I know this sounds crazy. Pause counter 55. Maybe like this is like Maple Story reboot. I feel like this low key could be a lot of fun in the game. I feel like if they had a mode like this, or they did this more often, people would, I feel like it'd be fun. Like no trading, no auction house, just skins and easy progression. I feel like it'd be fun.
Relic engraving book, which I know are going to be hefty price coming up here pretty soon. It's just a super juiced package.
Like a seasonal thing, yeah.
There's one at 1600 and 1610, not as juiced, so you really want to hit that 1620 mark before you graduate. But no worries if you don't.
Yeah,
Make
like
sure you
reboot servers at
transfer
Maple.
before
Yeah.
the servers end in 7 weeks.
Yeah, there's no pay to
but
win.
Like we said too, it should be very, very feasible, very easy to hit 1620 if you're in there playing far before those 7 weeks. But you know, if you hop in late, don't worry, you can still get a character kind of up to speed. And
who's the
over
third
to get
guy?
you
This is
closer to
Matt.
the end.
Rox, Henry,
I'm super
Matt.
excited for this. I have some
am.
friends coming back for it, so it'll be cool just getting to do a bunch of raids with folks. Another really key component of graduating is there are certain activities that you'll want to play on the existing legacy servers when you transfer that aren't available on Ignite servers. That is going to be anything that is item level 1620 or higher. Examples are like Behemoth, Echidna, tier 4 content like the continent of North Kurzan. You're going to have to transfer before you tackle some of those things.
Just to sum it up, so Ignite servers, very much different than, you know, our jump servers, existing jump servers. So you're going to be able to get a fresh 1620. You're going to be geared, ready to go for tier 4, so that when you do transfer, you're right into the mix with everybody else. So we're really excited to be able to introduce that, and we hope that you give us feedback on Ignite servers going forward.
Yeah, definitely. So outside of Ignite servers, your in-game experience as well, we're going to be doing some kind of like community events to get
guaranteed
players
one
excited,
piece,
even when they're not in Arcasia. So when Ignite servers launch, we're also going to kick off a program called the Creator Ignite program.
What's this?
Week over week, as you journey through those Ignite servers, kind of regardless of how fast you pace yourself through them, you'll be able to play through some of that content with other members of the community and follow along with some of our creator coaches to kind of help support.
You never told me about this, mother suckers. Wait, what? Who's the creator coach?
And guide you, especially if you're a new player. By tuning in week over week like this, you'll be able to earn over.
I'm not coaching anybody. Wait, what? They didn't want you. I'm going to coach you. Are you going to play on our server? Wait, guys, why was I not asked to coach? It's fine. You are getting coached probably. Why you got to do me like that, man? Like I'm out here having a good time, just chilling with you guys, watching the video and shit, and you got to poop on me. Like I don't understand. How about a hug? Why can't you just lift me up and not bring me down? Sad.
Variety of different Twitch drops, giveaways.
Wait, I want this shit. Henry, look at me in my eyes. Wait, maybe they saw your teal hours and figured you didn't have time.
Rewards, all sorts of just fun items that you can earn codes for. And
wait, this is goated. Wait, what? Hold on. It's fine.
Get items with in-game that will help support you as you make progress in your journey to Arcasia's endgame. So be sure to stay tuned into our social channels and catch all of those Twitch streams so that you can earn all the available.
I think I am included in this. No cap.
Possible rewards, because there will be quite a few of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'll be super exciting, just having some, you know, creators show how to play Lost Ark the best. That's always helpful for me.
Wait, what? It says you can enter Canute's Fortress any number of times, buff or typo. This has been changed intentionally to help you smooth. Wait, what? Yo, that's crazy. Before you used to, basically, if you don't know what this is, you remember when we went to tier 3 and you did the chaos dungeons and you needed the gear to drop and you didn't get it, you got unlucky? They guarantee you one, but they only before in Korea, you could only do this 3 times per day. Now they made it so you can do as much as you want to fully get your gear. Damn, dude. They are cooking. Yeah, it was terrible.
Watching streams. Another thing that I do and that we're going to be partnering with on the website side is promoting some of the people that make the best Lost Ark guides that there are for newer returning players to
Exclamation point guide, guys. Exclamation point guide. Just saying. Fantastic new player guide. If you don't know what to do in your Lost, exclamation point guide. Here it is. I'm not even kidding, guys. Put on my old channel. What's up, you guys? Welcome to my complete, thorough, and extremely informative Lost Ark guide. This video is a special. Yep, there it is, guys. Just saying.
Check out. And those are going to be Max Roll and Lost Ark Nexus, both great.
Wait, what the hell, man? Oh my.
It's about Lost Ark. So be on the lookout as we do some guides. We'll be linking out to them, which is just the best place to learn. There's so much to learn. Build guides, how to find island souls, how to do raids. There's so much. So we want to make sure you're armed with some of the best Lost Ark resources out there. So
this is great, though. This is actually really good. Good. Clappies in the chat.
Work because they are
golden
doing the
snail,
most.
Boolia.
I think we all know. If you're watching this video, you know how dense of a game Lost Ark is, and we're really grateful. We have such great community contributors that take the time to make those guides, and we're just really excited to kind of promote them a little bit, share them, make sure players know where to go to get those.
Jester, thank you.
Now that we've talked about some of the biggest things coming in, we're going to talk about some of the details for those things and also all the other major pieces of content. We're into the patch notes section. So let's kick things off with North Kurzan, your entry point into Tier 4. It's going to be a new continent arriving
Who the fuck is this
adventures, quests, activities, so much more. Give a little bit of a lore background. Kurzan has been overwhelmed by the Demon Legion and the Chaos Guardian, ushering Arcasia towards the imminent revival of Kazaroth. In the events that took place in Elniad, the Asar's land was liberated, and the Allied forces have begun to gather for that war.
I got this. So the Antares volcano is writhing in furious turmoil, venting plumes of ash from its smoldering depths. Amidst this molten crucible, the final battle to decide Arcasia's destiny.
Require world prologue. Field Light and Clause 3 version 6 content updates you'd expect with a new continent, like an Adventurer's Tome, Ignia Token, Wandering Merchant, new 1640 Chaos Gate.
I'm G'ing, guys.
Tree Leaves, new emote, achievements, Makoko Seed, knowledge transfer, and a ton more. Matt, you've played through it, right?
Oh yeah, I've played through it a couple times actually, just internally, created a paladin, started the quest chain. It's really awesome because everyone gets together, right? Like the whole gang gets back together. You're starting to gather your reinforcements like we've talked about.
This is why you're not on the coaching program.
You're battling like hordes of demons, and you get to a point where like you have to choose where you want to go, what like outpost you want to defend. So it's pretty cool that the quest chain itself.
Don't use the knowledge transfer, guys. Am I really going to manually do the quest chain 4 different times? Am I just doing a 24-hour stream? Like, what are we doing? Who wants to keep? We're just going to sit there together and just do the MSQ? Like, fuck, bro. It's so much experience, though. It's so much experience, dude. I don't want to knowledge transfer that shit, dude. I have to do it. It's too much because now you need the combat XP. Getting to 70 is big. You'll do the TL MSQ, but not Loa. Bro, like, I did it 1 time recently. I don't want to do it 4 times back to back, bro. Like, come on, bro. Yosung is right. Well, I ain't gonna lie, guys. I enjoy doing the celebrity shit. I don't enjoy pressing Shift G. Okay, that shit hurts my fingy.
Gauges you in that way, right? Like, normally you just, it's kind of linear, but this one you're like, no, I'm gonna choose this one over this one, and it kind of changes the story up a little bit. And then there's this really cool part where you get to in Kazaros.
Whoa!
Sorry, they don't know how this works. No spoilers. Also,
what an
it's
edit!
take forever if all 3
what
of us
an
do all these
edit!
patch notes. So you're not here for 3.
You guys can't match the music in the background of your videos, but you can make people disappear on screen into fucking smoke? Guys, what's going on?
3 hours. I'm going to keep going solo. All right, so no spoilers, but along with providing new quests and adventures, North Kurzan's going to serve as the entry point to Tier 4. Once you've completed North Kurzan, you're going to be able to enter Tier 4, unlock the Kurzan Front and Kenuart Fortress.
Replay, we got to keep going, guys. It's too long.
Kurzan Front is a new type of hack and slash content similar to Chaos Dungeons. Instead, it's going to consume 100 aura of resonance, so you'll only need to do 1 a day instead of 2. 2 of those dungeons are going to be added, 1 at item level 1640, which is kind of the entry point to
what is this, 5
Tier 4,
FPS gameplay? You film this on a laptop?
1660, which will just give some more advanced materials, similar like in Tier 3, how each new level of a Chaos Dungeon would give incrementally more reward. On top of that, Kenuart...
Summarize it for you guys real quick. In Tier 4, you don't do Chaos Dungeon anymore. You do this thingy, okay? It's like he's going to talk about right now. This is Kenuart's Fortress, but you do this thing, and it's 1 room. There's no more portals. You go straight forward, and you do 1 Chaos Dungeon a day.
Fortress is a new dungeon fusion that you can challenge alone or in a 4-player party. It's going to require item level 1620. Kenyu Art Fortress lets you earn tier 4 relic equipment, ensuring a smooth transition from tier 3 to tier 4. The first time you defeat a boss in Kenyu Art Fortress each day, you're guaranteed to get a tier 4 gear selection chest, letting you pick whatever piece of armor you want. And additional ones can also be earned as drops. Another key activity that's going to be arriving with North Kurzan in tier 4 is going to be the Argios Guardian Raid. It's going to be the first tier 4 Guardian Raid added to the Purification level 2 tab at item level 1640. Along with tier 4 honing materials, you're also
No,
going to
he
be
said
able
it
to
before,
earn the
Ken,
Epic
and follow the
Rune
video.
Vision, which is a new one.
He explained Kenyu Art Fortress
new
after,
achievements,
not
new
before.
cards, new titles are going to be available from all of those. And to wrap up some of the new activities, we're also going to have a new UI called the Kazaros War Map. You can access the Kazaros War Map system after clearing North Kurzan main quest, and can swap the content UI between tier 3 content and the tier 4 Kazaros War Map to kind of show you what activities you can accomplish now that you've completed Kurzan and are ready for the litany of threats in tier 4. So
The map sucks, guys. I'm going to be honest. Smilegate did not cook on that one. Don't hate me, please, but that map is awful. I don't know what's going on. Like, just give me the other screen. It's unnecessary, confusing. You'll see.
along with all that, supporting systems have been added, including new related guide quests, new achievements.
It's the hardest
and
raid
the
for you.
contribution system. The
Damn, on
contribution
G4
system
for sure.
applies to the Kurzan front, tier 4 Guardian raids, and the Kazaros and Epic raids, which all grant contribution XP. The contribution awards provide useful effects in those related content, such as damage increases and additional HP, and each content is going to have a different effect. So up next, we're going to talk about all of the tier 4 progression systems. Lost Ark's endgame evolution is going to arrive in this update, updating how you progress, how you gear, and what your paths to power
How did it
are.
feel to play
There's a
Gigajuice
ton to
character?
cover in
It was
this,
insane.
And today I'm just going to try and give you a solid overview of these systems and how to move from tier 3 to tier 4 and get some of these activated. But there's a ton of nuance, a lot of min-maxing. There's going to be a lot more resources and guides on how to build your specific character when we're talking about Ark Passive skill trees and different things. So let's cover the basics, and from there, there's going to be a ton for you to experience once you get in game and check it out for yourself. So first off, let's talk the basics of gear progression. Tier 4 relic gear can be earned from the Kenyu Art Fortress, and through gear transfer will be converted to tier 4 gear, requiring new honing materials to complete honing and tier 4 advanced honing. When tier 3 gear is transferred to tier 4, the artisan's energy, honing XP, and the honing failure success bonus won't be transferred, but what will be transferred is the existing advanced honing level and any quality information. However, advanced honing tier 4 gear is going to require tier 4 materials. The new honing materials are going to be called Destiny Leap Stones, Destiny Destruction and Guardian Stones, Destiny Shards, and then the fusion materials are called Abydos Fusion materials.
Abydos.
The tier 4 honing materials have been added to Material Exchange NPC, so you can convert a lot of your tier 3 ones to tier 4 for every material other than shards. And also tier 4 honing materials have been added to the Bloodstone shop, and then also to Echidna Normal and Hard mode and Behemoth. So you'll have a few ways of earning those materials right off the bat. So tier 4 additional honing materials are going to include Lava's Breath and Glacier's Breath, which replace some of the solar mats that you had in tier 3. And to top it off, special honing is going to be called Circulated Leap Stones.
You might get
for
one
when you
later,
do those
Orgos.
special hones in tier 4. To quickly touch on ancient gear, tier 4 ancient gear is going to be available a little bit later on when the A gear raid releases on October 23rd. So up next, let's talk about accessories. Tier 4 accessories have been added, starting with relic accessories. Once again, ancient's going to be available a little bit later on when A gear is added. But for relic accessories, they're going to be obtainable from the Kurzan front, both Abydos 1 and 2 operations, Echidna, the Argios Guardian raid, and A gear, the 1660 normal mode when it releases later this month. Accessories no longer provide engraving nodes and instead offer stat increases in Ark Passive enlightenment points.
Yo,
We're gonna talk about
additional
Ark Passive
damage.
and how those points work a little bit, but it is a key way that they've been changed for this new system. Along with that, a new accessory refining system arrives for upgrading accessories, and accessories can be traded before, during, or after the refining process, letting you kind of have more flexibility around trading or buying accessories from other players. This system is going to allow all equipped accessories to have 3 rows of additional stats that can be rolled at random for additional stat bonuses. So each accessory type, necklace, earrings, and rings, have particular refining effects that are unique to them, with rarities tied to a percentage chance to acquire when you refine. So similar kind of to how...
Nah, Isaac, in tier 3, the way accessories work are kind of weird too. So in tier 3, now you use 5x3. I'll open the game actually. Pause count.
How bracelets have functioned in tier 3, where there's different perks and different rarities of those perks. You're going to be able to see the full list of effects at the refining NPC in major cities. Refining is going to require a new material called luminous gem shards, which are earned by dismantling tier 4 accessories and gold. New guide quests and a related NPC have been added into the game to teach you how to use this new system, since there are some nuances. You'll be able to just check that out quickly, see how the system works as you go through that quest, and when you talk to the NPC, it's also where you're going to be able to see some of the new perks and how the system works as a whole. Up next, let's talk about engraving updates. In tier 4, you can equip 5 combat engravings and level them up individually with engraving recipes, which now, instead of enhancing the nodes of the engraving, directly impact the bonus that the engraving provides. We've also added relic books to move it up a notch. Relic engraving books are going to be added, which give the highest value increase. Rare engraving recipes have actually been removed, and any remaining recipes will be replaced with epic recipes. Ability stone nodes will also enhance the effect of the engraving with 4 available levels, rather than providing nodes.
I'll summarize it a bit.
Engraving. Ability stones will instead have levels that can be achieved based on the number.
Do you
of
care about this
nodes
Riftstone war that's about to happen? No, not today.
Stones.
What am I gonna do?
So those nodes don't apply to having to have 15 nodes to hit a tier 3 engraving, for instance. Instead, those just help power it up. And level 1 is going to be unlocked at 6 of those nodes, level 2 at 7, level 3 at 9, and level 4 at 10 nodes, which provides the biggest bonus. Additionally, if the total faceting level is over 5, a faceting level bonus effect will be applied, which grants a base attack power of plus 1.5%. So there's still a lot of value if you have a good stone on your character. You're going to be able to transfer it over. There are some weird ones where, like an 8-8 stone, since the breakpoint is 7 and then 9, and the 8-8 stone unfortunately isn't as viable, but if you have a 9-7, it's still going to be super viable. 7-7 still provides 4 nodes, and also 10-6 becomes a really good stone as well, in addition to 9-7. So to maintain the value that you have of those tier 3 stones are going to be able to be transferred to tier 4 stones. So that's how combat engraving works. Things like grudge, keen blunt, all the things that you apply that aren't your class engravings. Class engravings, on the other hand, have been moved into the new Ark Passive system and are now functioning very similar to a skill tree, with various impactful options that further customize the class's playstyle. You can switch between the tier 3 and tier 4 engraving system by turning the Ark Passive off and on. And we'll talk about the Ark Passive in a moment. Next, let's talk about gems really quickly. Tier 4 gems are going to be called Doomfire gems and Blazing gems have been added to the game.
Doomfire.
Only characters item level 1640 and above can equip tier 4
That'll be
gems.
you if you finish the Ignite
Those
server.
new base tier 4 gems also increase your base attack power, and new effects have been added to the Doomfire, which are the attack gems for support classes. Those new effects are going to be things like ally heal bonus, ally shield bonus, attack power bonus for all allies, damage bonus for all allies, basically powering up a lot of the party buffs that you provide to your party. Tier 3 gems can be converted to tier 4 gems, but when transferred, gems converting will down level 2 levels from their old level. For example, a tier 3 level 10 gem will transfer into a tier 4 level 8 gem, but they will stay the same skill and same type when transferred. So if you had a cooldown gem on a certain skill or an attack gem on a certain skill, it will retain that information, just be down leveled by 2. Attack gem, same type when it would all. But that's not going to be the case with tier 3
That's not
gems.
actually worth to get rid of all your level 10s. You need to look at that, by the way. Yeah, you get the basic thing is you get a extra buff with the gem that stacks, so it's not going to be worth it. But you're going to get, if you do the event, you're going to get tier 4 gems anyway.
So as you move into tier 4, it might make sense for you to keep some of your gems at tier 3. For instance, maybe like your level 10 attack gems to get that 40% buff before you want to transfer them over. And those will still deal full, or still have their full effect equipped. So you won't lose out on anything by not transferring your gems over yet. All right, up next, let's talk about the Ark Passive. It's a new way to approach building your character, which will serve as like the main way you build in tier 4. It's going to overhaul a ton of the character build systems from tier 3 and also add in new effects. In tier 4, key stats like crit, swift, spec, gear set effects, class engravings, and more will all be added into the Ark Passive system. Ark Passive effects are only available after the effect is turned on.
Siga Carallo. Follow, fuck. Wait, what? Obrigado, my friend.
On and can be turned on after completing the North Kurzan main quest. You can open the Ark Passive UI through the Character Information UI or by pressing the hotkey.
He's saying let's fucking go. Oh.
When the Ark Passive is turned on, the new engraving and ability stone system will be applied. And when it's turned on, the following effects will be deactivated. Your current battle stats, gear set effect, tier 3 engraving effects will all be turned off, basically. In the Ark Passive, there's going to be 3 key tabs that you can navigate between. The basic stats and effects replacing the gear effects are going to be in the evolution tab. Class specialization.
Henry asked how many times you paused so far.
Things like your
I mean, I'm letting him just yap right now. I'm letting him go over this.
Different effects. And the final tab is going to be called the Leap tab, which has information and upgrades related to your Hyper Awakening and your Hyper Awakening skills. These can all be upgraded by connecting the nodes in the UI that resemble a skill tree to fully customize your playstyle.
He's cooking.
Each Ark Passive has 4 tiers. If you want to acquire the upper tier effects, you need to meet some point thresholds in the lower tiers. Some Ark Passive effects need the lower levels to be activated before you can activate them. And activating all of this is going to require Ark Passive points. Those can be earned from a multitude of sources to further level up the effects, including tier 4 gear, tier 4 accessories, increasing your combat level, and more. For example, Evolution gives 1 point every time your combat level increases after level 51. You can also increase it with your gear.
You don't need it, Shambles.
Points coming from both relic and ancient gear. Tier 4 accessories have points, and that point is proportioned to both the accessory and the quality, with additional points coming from refining those accessories further through that new refining system that we just talked about. So to quickly sum up how you earn points for some of these different tabs, let's talk through some of where you can get them from, just to give you a quick overview. For the Evolution tab, 1 point is going to come for every combat level past level 51, and you'll also get points from equipping tier 4 gear, with relic and ancient gear each giving different amounts of points. The Evolution passive has max points that can be used in each tier. Tier 1 you can use 40, tier 2 you can use 30, tier 3 you can use 20, and tier 4 has a max of 30 points. So for the enlightenment points, you can earn 1 point per level.
So just to summarize what he's saying, if you're confused, he's basically explaining to you how you get points down your new class tree, right? So you're gonna get this tree, right? We're probably gonna skip a little of this. So these are the 3 different trees: Leap, Enlightenment, Evolution. Okay, so he explained to you how you get points down the trees. This is actually the Leap tree, which this mother sucker has because he has bracelets. How do you, where was my bracelet, bro? Why do you have this here? He's showing you, this is the Hyper Awakening row, and then this is the Hyper Skills, where you buff your Hyper Skills. The Enlightenment tree, which is going to be your talent, your class talent tree, which is going to come from like your accessories. And then the Evolution tree comes from your armor and stuff.
4 tiers.
Okay.
Those can be earned. So for the enlightenment points, you can earn 1 point per level past combat level 51. You can also earn points by equipping tier 4 accessories, which have various amounts of points. You can also earn more points by consuming enlightenment point potions earned through various activities, such as a random drop from the North Kurzan field boss.
Oh, no.
Leap, you can earn 2 points per level.
A random drop 51. From the field boss,
and with the
huh?
future update, you'll be able to get points through the tier 4 bracelet and karma system, which will be arriving in the future. Spoiler alerts for things that may be coming later this year.
Later this year, huh, guys? Let's use his exact words. Later this year. Well, if we're getting this update in October, that would be November, and that would be December for Brel. You guys hear that? Later this year. He didn't say next year. He said this year, which is Christmas Brel time. That means Brel comes out in December twice in a row. That means Christmas Brel Shaza, Frozen, which you know they're going to do the ads like that too. You can imagine it, right? It's an Ice Boss, Frozen, December, easy ad, right? That just works way too well. So that means, dude, that's a lot of content coming up though, guys. Tier 4 into Aegir, tier 4 Ignite servers into Aegir, into November, which is just like whatever, probably going to be an event. If I had to, here we go, guys. Ready for my prediction? I don't know, Henry. I don't know. You know I don't know. But here's my prediction. Okay, so this is fair. This is not me breaking anything. We have Aegir this month with tier 4 Ignite servers. November is going to be an event. Some type of like weird little, you know, road / some kind of event, I would assume. Then Christmas will be Brel. And I think they'll do another event. If I had to assume, I could be wrong, but I would assume. Because Korea is going to get an event in December, because they always do for the Loan thing. And they're probably going to showcase something. They're probably going to showcase a new class. Then you guys are going going to complain. Whereas our event, which means they're going to have to give us something in December or maybe shortly after. And then there's the prediction.
So earlier in the video, Matt, Rox, and I talked about Hyper Awakenings arriving in the update and how this is a super important power increase for every class in Lost Ark. Now I'm going to cover some of the details about what Hyper Awakening skills and Hyper Awakenings, how they'll function in the game. So there's going to be 2 power upgrades.
Bro, this one is so sick.
Hyper Awakenings, which significantly enhances the power of one awakening skill.
I want to make a striker, man.
Activity, and Hyper Awakening.
Why is this footage F5 FPS
which
though?
Are new skills that have been added for each class and activated using a separate key on the skill slot.
Thank you, bro.
For a lot of players, this means when you're using your skills, you will now have 9 available instead of the standard 8.
Thank you, Charo.
The skills can be acquired as rewards after clearing quests and can be strengthened by fulfilling various conditions. So you're going to acquire these new Hyper Awakening skills simultaneously with the
Maybe
Hyper
I make a
Awakening.
summoner?
And each class can earn 2 Hyper Awakening skills, other than Gunslinger and Deadeye, which receive 3. You can receive the quest from the Mysterious Light NPC found in most major cities after this update. There are a few prerequisites before you can complete that quest. You need to be item level 1640, combat level 60. You need to have completed the North Kurzan main quest, which is called the Path to Take. And then you also have to have completed the Awakening quest, either Sunset or Memories of the Journey.
Do you still have to do the OG Awakening quest? You don't, right? They take that out, right? You still don't have to. Do not upgrade level 10 gems on your main skills KR user. Yeah, he's basically saying to you guys, do your big damage skills that are responsible for a large portion of your damage, do not upgrade them to tier 4. Do you even have to do that anymore?
And once you've cleared all of that, you can acquire this quest, which leads you to earn your Hyper Awakening and Hyper Awakening skills.
I think it's pretty fast.
The main quest is going to be a roster quest, and other characters in the roster can proceed through a shortened version to earn the Hyper Awakenings afterwards. I'll touch on the first one's long. I don't know. Each of these systems. Hyper Awakening is going to add a new gauge around the Awakening that needs to be charged and then used once that gauge is filled, providing an exceptionally powerful bonus effect to the Awakening. The gauge increases slowly when you're in battle and landing skills on enemy targets. You can then use this by pressing Alt-V as the default binding, but you can change the hotkey.
We get them tomorrow, Prodigy.
Even if the Hyper
tomorrow
Awakening
we're going to get our rewards
full,
from the
you can still use your normal
drops.
Awakening skills by using your default
So you get them
Awakening
tomorrow.
hotkey. For most people, it's V, and that lets you kind of find the perfect time to unleash your Hyper Awakening in battle. When you use the Hyper Awakening, the number of uses on your Awakening skill is shared, so it will count as using 1, and will also share the cooldown time. If you use all of your number of uses in a fight on Awakening skills, you can't activate your Hyper Awakening. Also, if the gauge is full, but the Awakening skill is on cooldown, you can't use the Hyper Awakening until that cooldown has ended. You can use the Hyper Awakening once per gate or content that you're in, and the gauge won't increase if you've already used it in that fight.
Thank you, Sensen.
The number of Hyper Awakenings reset when moving between areas or moving between gates or when you enter a battle workshop. One important thing to note is when you use your Hyper Awakening, you're actually invincible. There's a big animation that plays for a lot of classes, so you can't die during that. And at the end of the Hyper Awakening, the invincible status will persist for 1 second. However, you can't use this to kind of cheese mechanics. If there's something that is like a raid wipe, for instance, you'll still die to that. You just will not die from like damage or heavy damage patterns in a boss fight. The damage of the Hyper Awakening is proportional to the player's base attack power, and the damage of that skill can only be increased through increasing base attack power or through damage increase effects. Now that we've talked about the Hyper Awakening itself, let's talk about Hyper Awakening skills. And sorry for saying
I'm so excited for these. These are the best part of this update. Hyper Awakening is cool. It definitely feels good when you press it and you hit the boss for a guaranteed crit 4 bajillion damage. But this is the best part of it, because some classes have a cooldown reset built into their toolkit, and having the ability to, like, breakers is fun. I mean, I might make an RE blade tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. RE blade looks crazy.
So many times. It's a little confusing with Hyper Awakenings, the enhancement to your existing Awakening, and then Hyper Awakening skills, which are the new skills that have been added for each class. But let's transition and start talking about those skills. They've been added for every character on a separate key in a new slot. The default is going to be the T key, but you can reassign that. I think I'm going to use like a thumb mouse button for mine, just to easily fit it into my damage rotation. These skills function as a completely new skill, very similar to just your other skills on your bar. The use of Hyper Awakening skills consumes class-specific resources like mana, just like any other skill, and they can be used at any point in time without any condition.
An ad was playing and I should have went to the bathroom. Look, I'm crossing my legs right now. I'm not even, you guys want to see how I'm sitting? I know you're gonna laugh at me, but it's true. This is how I'm sitting right now. I'm like, I'm sitting like this. I have to go to the bathroom so bad right now, but I don't want to pause because I'm afraid you guys are gonna make fun of me for I'm sitting like this. I'm being honest. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm zesty as hell right now. I have to go. I just don't want you guys to get mad because I'm pausing the video. I have to go. Can I go? I have to go. I'm sorry. I have to go. I'm really saying I have to go. I'm just gonna go. Time to release the name.
Apart from resources and cooldowns, obviously. These Hyper Awakening skills don't have tripods, and skill points are not used on them. They can't have gems or runes assigned to them either. And some passive effects from the Ark Passive Enlightenment are not applicable to the Hyper Awakening skills themselves. There are various places that Hyper Awakenings and Hyper Awakening skills can't be used, though, such as content using the Book of Coordination, like Inferno mode. It won't just be a sudden power increase to Inferno mode. You'll still need to use
I did
your
TFM
base build without those. That was a lot. I know it got wordy, but I'm just super excited for everyone to be able to hop in game and try them out. I would check out the different skills, check out your different enhancements to your...
I appreciate him going through all this. It's a lot. It's just, I mean, I guess for some people that need to know all of this, but like trying to absorb all of this knowledge is just way too dank, right? Like it's just so much to try to like absorb. How many of you guys took away like 5% of that? It's a lot. You know, I'm
Awakenings. It should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of really cool
You like the
animations.
detail? Fair enough.
So just super excited for everyone to hop in game and check it out.
Try reading
let's
it.
pivot a little bit
Fair
and start
enough.
talking about some of the
Fair
events in
enough.
this update.
Okay, events.
So first up, we're going to have a new event called the Light of Abyss event. This is going to be a new event shop-based progression event arriving to give you additional rewards just for playing Lost Ark. You're going to be able to earn victory tokens by completing dailies and weekly activities, which you can then use in the event shop to get rewards. The tokens can also be exchanged for radiant victory tokens, which can be used for even better rewards. The shop is going to have some roster items that can be acquired once per roster, such as Fions, honing materials, along with the items in the Radiant token shop, which are super impactful. There will also be some items that refresh on a weekly basis, like silver, card XP, honing books, and even elixirs. The event is going to run through November 27th, and we're just adding this in as a way for you to earn some bonus rewards and get ready for tier 4 raids like Aegir a little bit faster. We haven't talked about the story yet, but Season 3 of Yaz's Jar is arriving.
Holy moly, you guys milked this for so long, bro. I don't know what. You guys milked Yaz's Jar Season 3 for like a year, man. Oh my God. Oh my.
We're talking about events. There's going to be a Yaz's Jar Season 3 exchange event, which has been added to support that system. When opening jars to create a skin, players either receive a legendary skin or an epic skin and 10 bonus tickets. Those tickets can be exchanged at this new event exchange for a variety of bonus rewards, including trail effects, cards, card XP, or amethyst shards.
Wait. So you guys, wait, what? So
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Memorizer 92.
wait, what
They
did
have
it?
given 8 gift subs in the channel.
Wait, what did it say your name is? Ripper TCP. Listen to that again. Listen to this name.
Ripper gifted a tier 1 sub to Memorizer 92. They have given 8 gift subs in the channel.
What is that? So I guess now, before when you would do Yaz's Jar Gamba, you'd get those shards. But I think now what they've done is they've added another vendor that you can go to get probably more useful stuff. And then if you don't want anything from the vendor, you can get amethyst shards then. So they've added a currency to go to a vendor to also use it to get a currency to use another vendor. Yes.
This event is going to run until further notice while players are still actively participating in that Yaz's Jar system. All right.
Cool trail
let's
effects.
Talk about some just general event updates. We've added new
I don't know.
daily
I think it is our
rewards and
Hyper
Fever
Express
Time
freak.
events, and also the daily playtime event is going to be continued, but with some updated rewards, including tier 4 honing materials.
Nice.
The following list of events, however, are going to end with this update: the Maharaka Festival,
Thank God.
Super Makoko Express,
Thank God.
Volda's Power Pass event,
Thank God.
Blooming Makoko event,
Thank God.
Chase the Storm event,
Thank-
Arktoberfest.
Ah, that's what you guys are asking about. So is it or is it not ending? That's what you guys are saying because it doesn't say it's going to end. Wait, do I claim my stuff or not, sir? Well, you know what's going to happen though is that if people don't claim it and then it does end tomorrow, then they're going to ask for compensation. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. If it ends and you didn't claim it, they're going to ask for compensation.
And the double Fate Ember event are going to end with this update.
No!
There's a lot drawing to the
That's
end,
a good one.
but there's going to be a ton of events exclusive to Ignite servers for progression.
Sick.
And then also for everyone that's in Tier 4 that,
No,
like
you're right,
the Abyss
Necro.
event, it will give you some ways to continue to earn various materials and help you through your Tier 4 progression journey. Up next, let's talk about updates to the store. First up, we have Yaz's Jar Season 3.
Mr. Streamer, I quit After Bell because I couldn't keep up with gatekeeping. Will Ignite servers be any different? Ignite servers pretty much have all of the raids soloable. So everyone's going to be at the same gear score. No one's going to know if you have experience or not. There's going to be a lot of new players, but this time you'll be able to solo everything. So if you can't find a group, you can solo it. I don't think, to be honest, I don't expect there to be a lot of lobbies for a lot of the content because people will probably just end up defaulting to soloing. But there will be Theamine lobbies. And so you will find people that are brand new for sure, 100%. But yeah, everyone's the same. Everyone's the exact same. This is the best time to just fuck around in the game and have a good time, right? There's no pay to win. There's no way to people know if no one knows. Everyone's the same power level. You can make infinite characters 6, but like you can make, when I say infinite, you can make a bunch of characters and try them all out super juiced up, and you can solo everything. You can progress on your own, and you have 7 weeks to do it, and then you get a reward at the end. So I would just say if you haven't tried the game in a while, you played a long time ago, just play the event, have a good time. And then if you want to continue playing, great. If you don't, that's totally fine. And I think you can have a good time and just treat it as a fun event for a couple of weeks. You know, you never know. Like Path of Exile 2 comes out, you might want to go play something like that, right? Like, so for the time being, it's just going to be a fun month of October to play and just try out all the stuff the game has to offer for free. Like literally, you can't spend money other than skins. It's just about having a good time.
3. The latest legendary skins arrive. You can reach the pinnacle of power in style by equipping these legendary skins, which will give you a little bit bigger of an attack boost than a normal skin gives. Let's check out what these skins
You keep
look
your
like in a
transcendence, of
showcase
course.
video.
Of course. That's the strat, right? The strat is for you to juice the character as hard as you can that you're going to take over with everything that you have before you bring it over, right? So of course, you're going to keep the progression on the character. So that's the play, right? I'm assuming some of the quests that they're going to give us are literally going to be do elixirs, do transcendence, etc. So juice it as hard as you can and then bring it over. Yeah, there's not going to be any busing either. You can't, all this stuff's bound. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You'll have a good time. All right, here we go. Here comes the skin trailer. Wait, it's not 10 FPS. I don't know about this Borpa, like this PNG Borpa crop thing that you would try doing here, but guys, that is a paladin. I'm just saying, Henry. I mean, let me review the videos. That is a paladin, guys. Yo, let me review these. I'll do it the night before. I swear. I'll review them the night before. Fantastic video so far. But, you know, I guess it happens. But, I mean, gee. Dude, I don't know what I'm going to make. I really want to make a paladin because the skin is so cool. Maybe I make a destroyer. I just feel like I'm going to mold so hard playing destroyer. But maybe that's the content. Fuck it, guys. It actually might be hilarious. I feel like it actually... like Benji could teach me. And you guys saw me on Benji's account. It might just be absolute cinema content. You know what I mean? BK is so fun, man. It's just a little slow. Like this confetti effect, I don't know if No, we don't do that. Does someone have the page? Does someone have the page? The page? I think it showcases the skins way better. All right, we're just gonna use this. I don't know. I feel like
man.
Oh, and it's down. I feel like, okay, this is just feedback, right? I feel like we always miss the mark on the skin trailers. And that's just feedback. I feel like this is the promotional material. We could either just showcase what we already have that's done a lot, you know what I mean? I feel like we missed the mark on the skin trailers because it doesn't showcase it the way, I just think it could be done a little bit more. Like the I'm just bullying at this point, but I'm not trying to. I'm just giving feedback. This confetti effect, it looks like it's a birthday. Like, what is the... I appreciate the effort, but it's like throwing fucking birthday confetti at the screen. I don't know what's going on. It's like birthday girls. To be fair, the Korean version of this trailer is not good either. I can show you guys after. Would we have it? Yeah, I mean, if you want to see the screen, this is like low res. The website is down. But yeah, these are the Zerker. These are the Gunlancer ones. The Zerker one is so hard, bro. This one is so sick. The Destroyer ones. The Paladin one is so good too. Slayer ones, like a nice skin tight outfit. The Striker one is pretty good because like a nice little cape to it. I mean, this is a fat ohm. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Is this Scrapper or War Dancer? This is War Dancer, right? That's a big ohm. I think it's a Scrapper. The Soul Fist one is great. Nice little under booba. Maybe you hide the ears, but it's a great one. This is the Glavier one, kind of an ohm. I love this one. No one likes it, but I think this one looks sick. Like Nightwing outfit. Artiller is pretty cool. Sharpshooter, kind of an ohm. I don't like it, but some people really like it. So if you like bow classes, it's like a nice little Scouter one's kind of cool for like the tech wear. Gunslinger's like a little hit pistol. Bard, you know, it's cute. The Summoner one is super good. Nice thigh action going on. Little halo behind the character. This is the Arcana one, kind of an ohm. Wait a minute. Is this Sork? Holy moly, these are weird. I mean, maybe it's just the fish ears. I don't know why. Like, even this, why would you showcase the fish ears? No one wants the fish ears. So why put that on the character? It doesn't make any sense, but maybe the crown's kind of cool. This is sick. Like, this one is just so sick. Reaper's kind of nice. Wait, this is Reaper. This is Soul Eater. No, this is Shadowhunter. Reaper is this one. I forgot. I was gonna say, isn't the Reaper one more Coomer? And it is. And then this is the Soul Eater one. I like this one, actually. I don't know why. It's a nice little, like, classy looking vibe. I fuck with it. This one's kind of cute. The umbrella's cool. All right. I mean... yeah, the trailer for it is not the greatest, though. But sometimes I feel like the showcases, like, I understand that you want to use your own material. Maybe you can't. But, like, this showcase was ultimately way better of the hyper skills, right? Objectively, it's just a better trailer. It just looks better. So sometimes I feel like, hey, if you want to do good promotion for some of it, just do, like, look how much better. Sound is better. Just... right, it's just like better. There's the other one, like, you know. And so if the idea is to promote it, you know, we got to do. But like, where is? I want to show it to you guys while we're here. Where is the G? Like, this is kind of Z. Like, it puts you to sleep. But still, kind of like a better. Still gives you a better, like, okay, like, again, I'm just comparing for promotional material, guys. I'm not trying to bully. I'm talking about promotion of your product that's going to make you moolah, okay? Confetti. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, like the sound, this is like, and then you have like a way better res, right? Like that, you know what I'm saying? I can see it way more clear. It's way higher res. So we got to work something out here. Like, hey man, can we use your promotional material? It looks better than we can make on our own or whatever. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I mean, shit, you want to make the moolah. I'm trying to help you make money, you know? It's an in-engine shot versus recorded video. Yeah. So there's got to be some rights to it maybe or something. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, but you know. I don't think it costs them any money to make it CADs, but maybe they're not allowed to use it because I really don't think anyone in the West would even either know or care that they borrowed it from, they use KRs, right? Who would actually care if they yanked it from Korea? I think literally one weird person on Reddit, you know? It just looks a bit nicer, right? Yeah, maybe they're not allowed to use it, and that's why. They have used some KR stuff before, I think. The fish ears are obscene, though. I don't know what we're doing. Not the greatest music. Upcoming Ark Pass trailer. Oh, well, I didn't get to the Ark Pass portion of the video, so let's keep going now. Confetti. Doo-doo leaves. The presets are uglier across no matter KR and it's the same. They're not great either. Don't do it again. No. Yo, there's no way. Bro, there's no way we're using that explosion, man. That looks like the N64. What a Super Nintendo explosion. Like 3 PNG, man. This is some Ashes of Creation level explosion, man. Guys, no. Star Fox. How do we do the animation where you make them disappear into smoke? And it looked so good. It looked so good. It's the animations in game though, bro. I mean, whatever it is, this is absurd. Okay, if it's zoomed in at that angle, I'm just saying, like when I'm reviewing the footage and I'm putting together a piece, I would tell Saunders, bro, delete that shit.
Rage, money, power,
That's exactly what I would tell him, right? Me and Saunders would be up at 2 in the morning reviewing a video. I'm like, yo, delete that shit, bro. We can't put that in there. That's what I would say. You know? I mean, this looks kind of nice.
These new Yaz's jar skins are going to require the same amount of cloth
we're at like a
as
festival.
the previous ones, and there's a ton of epic skins we couldn't show off just because there's so many for every class. We just looked at the legendary skins, but there's a ton more, so go check it out once you're in game. Up next, we have an overhaul to how Crystalline Aura is going to work that I'm going to talk through. Crystalline Aura has been upgraded and turned into Crystalline Aura Plus, offering increased benefits. The new Crystalline Aura Plus subscription is going to be your go-to for convenience bonuses to help you along on your adventures in Arcadia. With a Crystalline Aura Plus subscription, you're going to be able to enjoy all the benefits from the original Crystalline Aura, plus new bonuses and exclusive subscription-only perks. Your subscription will auto-renew until you choose to cancel it once you've signed up for it. If you already have any Crystalline Aura stocked up, no need to worry. It's going to be automatically converted to Crystalline Aura Plus.
Just keep watching. People are overreacting, okay?
The only thing that
because I will say, I don't know who we were talking about. We were literally saying that they should make Crystalline Aura more valuable, because what is Crystalline Aura right now other than the fact that you cannot open your repair right? Like, what else do we use it for? It's just repairs. If it gave you the ability to customize how your character looked or something, it's big though, I know, but it's like not value, if that makes sense. Like, it's like a weird, like if you're paying for it with gold, okay, I get it, it's a subscription to the game with gold, but if you're paying for it with cash, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's not. For example, in Korea, you do not have a pet buff without the aura. The pet buff does not work. You do not get the stats, right? You need that. Here, it's just to repair.
You won't receive any of those subscription bonuses. In the full release notes, we have all of those perks listed out. You can see the subscription bonuses along with just the new Crystalline Aura perks, but we've just tried to make it a bit more impactful for players. In this update, there's also going to be a new Ark Pass, which is going to be...
Yeah, you can't buy the Crystalline Aura with blue crystals in Korea. You have to pay cash. Wait, can you guys show me? So do you have the old Aura? Life skills, sailing speed, stronghold, research, farm materials. You have in-game another Bifrost slot. Dude, low-key, what would make the new one better, guys, is if you got free reskins of your character. Like, that would be huge. I don't know how much they would lose on that, but that would be huge, because like then it would be like, hey, like BDO, if I could freely change my character and how it looks, that would be huge. And then I feel like people would actually pay for that, right? Because if I'm looking at this, combat experience 10%. Well, I gotta buy that. Wait, roster experience 10%? Oh shit, guys. I mean, you better look out. I might be 200 by the time this shit comes out. Yo, you better look out. It's kind of small. This is all pretty small. This is kind of nice though. But I think the rest of this stuff is like sailing speed Lamau. I mean, this is good, but the rest of this is kind of a Lamau. Like this is what it is now. Yeah, that is kind of a Lamau. I feel like if you included character like appearance change tickets in here, or at least a couple per month or something, or I feel like you would actually get people to buy it for sure, right? I mean, I think some people will buy this, at least for a little bit, right? But the rest of it, pet ranch slot, manor, dispatch slot, crafting slot, kind of nice. The rest of it, not so much. Yeah, I feel like we could make this better value 100%. 10% gold increase, that's obscene. That's ridiculous. There's no way, guys. Okay, you can already buy gold with money, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, but I would just say that that would just feel weird. I feel like if you just made it so you could change, like, hey, what about unlimited dies? Or, yeah, appearance change tickets or dies, like something like that, where I feel like it would allow people to customize their character. I feel like that would go way harder, right? Anyway, I mean, I don't think it's anything to be mad about. It's just whatever.
Be the Guardian of Eternity themed one. The newest Ark Pass arrives and is going to add new ways for you to earn impactful rewards just by playing Lost Ark. As most of
What is it here? Daily Una instant complete ticket with subscription purchases only. So I get 30 tickets per month, or is it for a 1 month sub? Chaos Dungeon Rest Bonus Recovery Brew. You get per month? Oh, what is this? Food? I don't know what this is. With Loa, exciting Loa. Coupon. It's like a PC bong feast. I feel like you could just give the reskin ticket. I mean, I don't know if I can give feedback. Just put a reskin ticket, bro. I feel like a reskin ticket is pretty juice. I mean, these are nice, I guess. This is, I guess, 5x a month. I don't know. But I feel like reskin ticket, bro, is great. Because like sometimes you want to change the way your character looks with a new outfit. You get a new skin. You know, you buy a new skin and then you're like, all right, well, I got a new skin with like red. I want to do something with that. I don't know. I just think that would go way harder and people would probably really like that, and it probably just appear better, sell better, etc. That's just my opinion. I don't know. What do I know? I know everything.
you know, you can complete missions to progress through 30 Ark Pass levels.
And
with each level you reach, new rewards are going to be unlocked and earned. The regular Ark Pass is completely free and grants a variety of helpful rewards like Fions, honing material, selection chests, card packs, and this one even has a fun skeleton pet in it.
This Ark Pass, I checked the mats on that public test realm. I'm just gonna say it. I pulled it up on stream. You guys, he said it was okay. It's pretty fucking juiced. When Korea launched Tier 4, they had no way to get mats. We're gonna get it. It's pretty juiced. The track's pretty nice, and that's just. It's also gonna help. It's gonna help like mats not become absurd, right? Because there's gonna be more mats running through the game. So I think it's actually a really good thing that they did that. And then the skins are here. I don't know. Up to you if you like the skins or not. How much is it gonna be? Well, there's the free track, which just gives you mats straight up, and then there's the middle track, which is usually $9, and it's always giga value. The in terms of like what you can get, it's usually what, $9 or some shit, and then it's always just giga value. It just gives you way more mats. Is it 15 or 9? I don't know what it is. You can get it after the fact too, so if you don't know if you want it or not, you can. But it's just a shitload of mats, and like, yeah. Honestly, I like this one. Am I wrong? I don't know. I like the bat chest stuff. All right. I mean, this is the only good one, right? So it's the first track free, middle track mats, last track skins. I like this one though. I don't know what's going on over here. Looking like fucking like some kind of weird painter. What's the guy? Van Gogh looking motherfucker. This is a nice little bottom though. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, I gotta buy this lance. I gotta buy the lance for my gun lancer. I need to get this little like spear. I can't miss these. Okay, the weapons are pretty good. Gold is nice too. Breaker weapons, okay. It's a nice bow. Weapons are always nice. We don't get a lot of them. That's a cool scythe. Let me see if you can see it. It's got a bottom half to it too. It's got a scythe at the top and the bottom, which is kind of cool. Oh, it's a cool. Oh, wow. The artist at Aeromancer weapon looks great. Holy, these look good. Wait, These pets are completely random, but super adorable. Big ass chonk line, little chonk man. The pets are completely random, but they're cute. All right. I mean, that ain't too bad. Skins or whatever, but weapons are nice.
As progress is earned across your entire roster, and the rewards are roster bound. While all players will have access to the free Ark Pass, those interested in more rewards and cosmetics can exchange royal crystals for 2 premium reward tracks, which are the premium and the super premium ones.
Super premium skins.
And those are going to layer in additional rewards to the leveling track. Let's take a look at some of the cosmetics you're going to be able to get, both the free skeleton pet and some of the paid cosmetics.
No Ignite Ark Passive ignites. Okay, the sound effects are unhinged, man. Am I just being a bully right now? I'm not trying to be. The sound effects are unhinged. Like, what is that? This is the best looking one out there for sure. Yeah. Oh! Oh, Chomp Man.
With Tier 4 arriving, there's going to be some general store changes you'll notice as well. We've streamlined some of the UI and the number of packs available. Some of the evergreen content that was there is going to be refreshed.
Thank God.
If you're interested in purchasing materials or different things, make sure to take a look through. Before we end with the store section, we're also going to...
The biggest part of the W. It says you can enter Canute's Fortress any number of times. Buffer typo. We read this, okay? Crispy Fish Tacos. Like, I mean, can you just stay with, like we're locked in here.
Be having a special article come out tomorrow talking about Tier 4 Founders Packs. This is going to be the biggest pack that's available on Steam, and it's going to have a
Tier 4 Founders Packs,
exclusive cosmetics, and other things.
Wait.
You're going to be able to peruse that full list when that drops tomorrow alongside with the update, but let's take a first look at the cosmetics.
Yo, I'm just saying, we're doing exclusive Tier 4 powder packs, right? This shit's gotta hit. You gotta hit here. If you do the sound effects, I'm walking out the room. What are we rocking right now? What is he, a pimp? Is that a fur coat? What are those? Wait, those things are so cute though. What the fuck are these? Sweet bonbons? I mean, the pets are cute. The outfit, I'm not sure about those drip curls. Maybe I get the pants. The fur coat is wild. What is it?
Those are the cosmetics that are going to be in the Tier 4 Founders Packs, but there's a ton more. So make sure to check those out when they're in the store or on the website in the article tomorrow. All right, up next, let's talk about PvP. I'm actually going to bring Rox back for this. I know how much she loves PvP. She actually helped my team write this section of the release notes.
How can you do that? Wait, how do you do that?
Oh, God. Oh,
got this,
PvP?
Rock? Yeah, PvP. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
I can tell.
PvP updates this month. Our combat challenges are actually going beyond just the fight for Arcasia, with a lot of new PvP improvements and updates coming to the Proving Ground. A new 1v1 match.
Apparently, this thing does give good mats, so if you can do it, you get good mats now, because Saint said it's actually pretty useful. It's a 1v1v1 mode, but it's you. So you pick 3 of your characters, and you battle someone else with 3 of their characters, and you do 1v1, obviously equalized. But yeah, it actually does give you good mats, so if you want to try doing it, it's worth.
Mode called 3 Champions has been added to the Proving Grounds. In this mode,
oh my God, thanks for the raid! We had a great stream!
To battle against other players.
Chat, say hello to the raiders.
After setting up the book of coordination on 3 different characters on your roster,
I'll dumpster you guys in 1v1s. I want you guys to know. I will dumpster you guys.
button under the mini-map. Once 3 characters are selected, players can press the Start Match
Queue up,
button
Sam
to
Chaz.
enter
Let's
the
see
Proving
about it, bro.
Grounds
Let's
and
see
select
about
the
it.
fighting order for their
Let's see
champion.
about it.
Before
Try
readying
me,
up,
queue up.
players can change their Book of Coordination presets, and once you're ready, the character order and presets
Go
will
to
be
bed,
locked
old
in
man.
for the coming match. So, you're in the match. The first player to win 3 1v1 rounds will be crowned the match winner. The first character in each player's lineup will take the field first, and just like in team elimination matches, a character that wins a round can continue on.
Thanks for
to
playing
fight the
today.
next. Each round has a time limit of 100 seconds. A
Thanks for
player will win a
playing.
round after
Yeah, they actually changed how it works, by the way. So they've actually updated PvP a lot with this update. So the way it works now is you now have a trinket to get out. You know how you get CC chained? You now have a gauge that builds up at the top of the screen so you can trinket a CC. You remember how you get juggled infinitely? You now can trinket to get out of it. Not the get up state, but you have the ability to get out of a CC. They actually changed it a lot. So apparently it's pretty fun. So I'll definitely try it out for sure. Yeah, they made it like a fighting game. You have these meters that build up at the top of the screen and then it builds up. And so you can drain some of the gauge for different things. They've altered it a little bit. And then, yeah, it's just like it's you with 3 characters versus them with 3 characters, like a fighting game. And you just go 1v1 the entire time. I don't think you can also start with your awakening because before people would just literally see the person press awakening, one-shot them. I think Lofty made a video on it where she talked about all of the changes, but there's a lot of changes to make it just straight up better. So yeah, it'll be pretty fun.
taking out an enemy character, but if both characters are standing after the time expires,
The bosses are
character
hard.
with more HP will win. After losing a
Should I
round,
do
the
single
next
player
character
or-
in line will automatically enter the field. The winning character's HP will be healed based on the amount of time remaining. The Proving Grounds penalty system
Okay.
will also be applied in this mode, so fight fairly. This 3
I'll
champions
go on the
mode also
Earl.
has an exclusive champion points system. Characters will fill their champion meter as time goes by in battle, when dealing or taking damage, or when using certain skills. When that meter fills up enough, players will earn a champion point. Players can then expend their accumulated champion points to get combat-related buffs that can help them turn the tide of battle. So it'll be a really exciting new mode.
Sounds like fun. Thanks, Rox.
Whoa.
All right, so we've gotten through some of the big.
Wait, we can actually do a PvP 1v1 Wambly. That might be fun. Maybe on Ignite servers we do PvP. That might be fun.
Changes. And there are so many more. I think if you're reading through the release notes, you're maybe like 5,000 words down and have 12,000 to go. So I'm gonna rapid fire through some of the categories that I know you will care about, but there are many, many more that you're gonna be interested in, along with specifics about all the things that I'm talking through. So I'm gonna talk about some of the categories and top line changes, but not through every single thing individually. I'm gonna make you read the full release notes for that. This is just gonna be an overview, like what it used to be when we started making these videos. All right, let's start off with combat and gear. There are gonna be various combat changes with the introduction of Tier 4. Transcendence and elixirs will be applied to the gear slots instead of specific gear pieces, and Transcendence has been updated and improved for the chest, pants, and weapon. Combat levels have been expanded, increasing the max level from 60 to 70, and we've expanded the max roster level to 400. We've reduced the XP requirements to level up the roster between levels 281 and 300, and applied a roster XP boost to existing roster level 300 and below.
Oh, goated.
We've also adjusted combat XP acquisition amounts in some content. We increased combat XP amounts from Chaos Dungeons and Unis tasks, along with Guardian raids. The maximum level of skill levels has been expanded from 12 to 14, and we removed the limit of 18 from the number of available tripod activations. So if you have the skill points to put into different things, you'll be able to use more tripods.
Okay, we're cooking.
We've also added new combat stats. Evolution type damage. This is going to be damage affected by Ark Passive evolution effects. Also, we've added brand power. This increases the effects of the brand, which are debuffs that, supports can apply to bosses.
They don't press those
so that
anyway.
It increases the amount of power that their party is doing to that target. We also added Perfect Block, which is a new combat button that allows you to dodge certain types of attacks. You can dodge those by pressing the perfect.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Perfect Block sounds better than Just Guard. I don't know why. It just sounds weird to me. Perfect Block, Just Guard just seems weird. Is that like another game or something? Is that like a
block hotkey, which by default is G. This new system can be learned in the training room, so feel free to go there and check it out once you're in game. Along with all the other combat changes, 3 new runes have been added. Those are going to be called Mountain's Face, Vision, and poison.
Parry probably is
We
good,
also
yeah.
rebalanced and updated a ton of engravings. You're really going to want to check those specifics out. They're in the notes. There's just so many levels and numbers. I'm not going to read them all out. Up next, let's talk about activities and activity balance. For activities, we added the first ebony cube unlock for tier 4 at item level 1640. There's also a new collectible type, which are called Blood Claws charts. The quest, A Rumor from the Sea, will begin the journey to find those new collectibles. You can access the starting quest after clearing the North Kurzan main quest, The Path to Take. Up next, let's talk about gold rewards. Gold rewards from Echidna were increased to 1600 for normal mode and 19,500 in hard mode, but gold rewards from Akan and Ivory Tower were slightly decreased. We also updated the entrance item level for different endgame contents and updated the boss balance according to those new levels. So the Abyssal Dungeon Ivory Tower of Chaos Hard has decreased from 1620 to 1610.
This is the China change, right?
The Legion Raid for Thamine Hard has decreased from 1630 to 1620. The Gargadeth Guardian Raid has decreased from 1610 to 1600. And the Vescal Guardian Raid has decreased from 1630 to 1610. For
Wait, they actually got the China changes.
Chaos Gate, we expanded the Chaos Gate item level selection from 1610 to 1629 to 1610 to 1630, since the new Chaos Dungeon is going to take place at item level 1640. Up next, let's talk about reward updates. We modified content rewards from tier 3 to tier 4 for the raids below. This includes tier 4 honing materials, tier 4 accessories.
I don't know, we can see the actual amount. Hold on.
New card pack 4s, special honing circulated leap stones instead of the tier 3 ones, along with the possibility to earn relic engraving recipes, which we know players are going to want to get their hands on as soon as possible to power up their tier 4 engrave, along with the special honing circulated accessories for the raids below. This includes tier 4 honing materials from tier 3 to tier 4 for the raids below.
Okay, he's saying Behemoth and them, right?
And Behemoth. We also updated raid balance for a few different raids, on top of the just general changes we made when balancing something to a new item level. We adjusted solo mode content to make it easier for newer or returning players while still teaching the key basics of raids. We nerfed various solo mode patterns in Ivory Tower of Chaos, Triangle, Volton, Vicus, Kakul Sadon, Belshaza, and then Akan was nerfed in a previous update. So for new players that are coming in for Ignite servers, they'll have a little bit of an easy...
Are they too hard? I just don't want them to be so easy that it's not fun. I guess you could do the group content. Are they too hard? But we have to ask a new person though. I don't know. You guys are not new. Like, you guys are saying no, you're not new.
Easier time progressing through some of these, earning gold and progression materials, while still learning a lot of the basics that they need to and fundamentals of raiding in Lost Ark. In addition to those balance changes for solo mode, we also added battle resource recovery effects to the self-reliant buff and increased the effects of the true support buff. We also added new guidance words to help teach players while they're in the raids.
That's good.
And we expanded the Procyon's protection to Thamine normal, so that buff will apply to new raids and help players kind of understand them with a little bit more training wheels on. Up next, let's talk about some more general changes. We consolidated the 2 sailing coins into a single high seas coin, and also Providence stones will no longer be obtainable. Remaining Providence stones will be deleted in January 2025. We updated and improved the pet system and pet effects. There's a big section on that in the notes if you want to go check it out. And
this is
we
so
also
way
made
too
a
dank,
bunch of changes to life skills. The level caps increased from 60 to 70. There's new tier 4 trade skill materials for each category, new fusion material recipes available for all life skills, and added a tier 4 material trade skill powder exchange. We overhauled the perk system and granted push immunity as a base perk and made a bunch of farm and stronghold updates to support
There's
the
no
life
way this
skill
patch is not getting
changes,
delayed, bro.
along with different researches and different things in the stronghold. If life skilling is something that you actively do, and you also spend a lot of time in your stronghold, I would highly recommend going and checking out the full sections of those in the release notes. Up next, let's talk about a few different types of content that have been removed. We removed the Tulabic Battlefield, and Faction XP and Silmail crystals that were rewards from the Tulabic have been moved to other content in Rowen. We also
They just deleted Rowen from the game. You know, Rowen, they made in Korea, took them a year to make it, and they just deleted it.
removed the Chaos line and replaced the acquisition of the Omnium Star 7 from the Chaos line to instead be obtainable from the boss Thunderwings. On top of that, we removed quests related to Chaos Line, various exchange NPCs, and also removed Throne Spire. We also removed those related quests.
Wait, is that in Korea right now? Thank God.
We also restructured how guilds work. Characters in the same roster and guild can participate as like one guildmate, rather than needing to take up a different guild slot on each one of your characters. To kind of streamline the guild experience, we removed raid match and siege match, and all of the like corresponding UI. The shop has been overhauled, and there's a bunch of different changes to how guilds will function in Lost Ark. Rather than them having those PvP systems, it's mostly a way of just gathering a group of players together who you want to raid with, have additional social systems for,
Thank God.
and also get the added perk of that shop. There's going to be new tier 4 items available in those shops, and the overall guild level has been increased to 30. All right, let's touch on balance really quickly. With the introduction of tier 4 and
Don't nerf it. Don't do it, bro. I haven't even got to play it yet. Don't do it.
Hyper Awakenings, the damage of many awakening abilities have been restructured, with the base damage increasing significantly, but the scaling coming from the spec stat decreasing. I can't do my normal buff and nerf that I do when we talk through balances because so many classes change in tier 4 at a very fundamental level, but there have been some additional balance changes added for many classes. We won't have the most recent balance changes that took place in Korea just a week or two ago, but we'll be caught up on the rest of the changes. We heard feedback from the community that they wanted to play tier 4 BK Breaker at its full unnerfed potential. The community that they wanted to play tier 4 BK Breaker at its full unnerfed potential.
So I was sponsored today, and I told them instead of, paying me for the sponsor, just don't nerf my class. That's what I told them. And they said, all right. So there it is. Yep.
This is a joke, which hopefully doesn't offend you if you're this far into the video. We're still just working to identify when we can bring over those changes because we've been super focused on making sure that we can get Hyper Awakenings and a bunch of other things added to this patch. As a Glaive player, I'm excited for the balance changes, and we'll definitely push for those to come over as soon as possible. There's a ton more changes, so make sure to go check out that balance section and see if any of your classes have changed. There will be a ton of new things for you to experience with the Ark Passive, and your class will change in new ways, but make sure to read through any of those if there are, questions you have about where we're at.
Don't make a Glavier.
If that's something that is super important to you, which it is to a lot of players. There are a ton more changes, but our goal today was to talk through some of the most important ones. If you're looking for more,
that was a movie.
Through all 17,000 words on our release page.
That was a movie.
All right, now let's talk about some of the updates coming in the rest of the month. Time to bring back my other friends.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
You guys want to talk about October 23rd?
So October 23rd, 2 weeks after our Acacia Ignited update launches, we'll have another sizable update for players to look forward to, which is going to be the launch of the Aegir raid. This 2-gate Kazaros raid is going to have you face off against some very familiar threats, with a Khan returning for the first fight in the first gate, and Aegir appearing as your second foe in the second gate.
Guys, the raid was so easy. We cleared it in like 2.5 hours. It's so free, guys. You saw it. 2.5 hours. We just dusted that. We had Max on our team. It was crazy.
So it's going to be really exciting to have that next Kazaros raid ready for players.
And if you're in my lobby, by the way, my group, I'm requiring a 10x title since I obviously cleared the raid. So I'm one of the first people in the entire Western player base to pretty much clear the raid. So, if you want to join my lobby, we'll do some kind of like application process, or we'll figure it out. I don't know.
And I will also note too that on launch, you're going to be able to see this raid in the game, but you will be blocked to access it until October 23rd. So don't be concerned when you can't queue for it right away. It will unlock at the right time, and then you'll be able to take down the giant.
Yeah, it's just going to take a little time to get there. But with this update happening later in the month and Halloween just around the corner from that October 23rd date, there's also going to be the release of some new skins we know players are really excited for. These are going to be the Incubus and Succubus skins.
Cool.
So, little spooky, little sexy, Halloween themed, but we're really excited to share those with players later in the month.
So like always, we're going to end with a community question. For today, what are you going to make on Ignite servers? What character are you looking forward to trying out? I myself am still undecided. What about you, Rock?
Yeah, he doesn't know
maybe
either.
an Aeromancer, I think. She seems fun.
Yeah.
Matt?
Mine's easy. 6 gun lancers.
That tracks. Giga Chad.
All right, we got 6 gun lancers. Well, as always, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you very soon in a newly ignited Arcasia.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you don't, I'll know.
Cloudbees in the chat. What a movie. Honestly, W Lost Ark, this is coming from a giga hater the past year. I mean, honestly, bro, like I said, I think Ignite servers will be a lot of fun. There's an ad that's about to play, guys, so I'm sorry. It's going to play. Actually, I'm just going to play it now so you don't see it. It's going to happen, so. Oh my. Wait, when I make the video full screen, it just lags. Holy moly, those are some super thighs and boobs. This is a nice one. Some chibi characters. I mean, I like the shirtless outfits. It's just Vicus's outfit. Oh, that's a cool wallpaper. That's cool. That is just insane. Your stream brings me happiness. That's a W right there. Thank you, bro. Wow, that's crazy. What a fucking just... All right, let's look at these notes. Guys, this is just insane. Ambush Master changes. I feel like they don't have to do this. Maybe it's because of Ignite servers. I don't know. We'll see. Like, this is a lot of gold for normal. I feel like this is unnecessary. Yeah, like, why do they adjust the bound gold? I guess it's just way easier or something, but why even do normal mode? No one is running a con. Well, I just think, well, I guess on Ignite servers, it doesn't matter because we're going to get all the stuff that we need anyway, but I just feel like this doesn't need to be there right now. I don't know. They have changed gold values before, so yeah, I feel like this doesn't need to be there right now, if that makes sense. Modified rewards from tier 3 to tier 4 below, so these go to tier 4. Yeah, I don't know. I might give feedback on this. I'll just see. I mean, again, we're playing Ignite, so it's kind of whatever. And then for me, this has no effect on me at all. And like hard mode is 1300, which is more than this is more than fair for this. This content is they removed an entire gate. I don't know. I feel like this jump. I don't know. I don't agree with that. New skin. Wait, what is this mask? Whoa! Yo, look at these weapons. Is that a keyboard? It is a keyboard. Wait, guys, what are these? Day passes and shit? Wait, is there a video? Yo, these are sick. Yo, thank God. Yo, these are sick. Yo, what the fuck? They're actually sick. Is that like a baby piano? Oh shit, it's like a chainsaw. Bro, it's hard to even tell what these are for. Soul Eater, Reaper, Shadow Hunter, and Blade is a fucking chainsaw. What are these for Halloween? Wait, what? Is that just showing off the... It's just doing the bussers. Little scooters. Damn. Wait, they're out today. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It actually feels so fun to look at like new Lost Ark stuff. I haven't felt like this in a while. That's a W. It's actually really cool. It's kind of nice to have some exciting things. Yeah, it's like an old Arthentine wallpaper. That's right. Being in that shit anytime soon. Maybe this Halloween. I mean, you never know. Usually we get it towards afterwards.